introduce yourself first.
Well, hello everybody, and thank you for having me on the show. I love it. This is always a great way to connect when you just can't reach out all to everybody. I am Mike, the flooring guy. You know, you got the Bears, you got the Cubs, Chicago. Why not the flooring guy as well? And working doing flooring for about 2 years. I work with a lot of realtors, work with a lot of people selling their houses, buying houses. What we do well is we work fast and we customize every experience based on what the customer is trying to achieve, not on what we're trying to sell. So we have certain lines that if somebody's trying to get out of their house, they want to be fast and cheap, but they still want it to look good. Doesn't reduce the value of the house, of course. And then when you're moving in, you want something maybe a little bit more plushy, a little bit more exciting. Maybe you're willing to put in those hardwood floors, or the engineered hardwood. So you got a vision for your house. And that's me, Mike, the flooring guy. Love
All
helping
right.
people out.
So I tried to turn off all my electronic, but you can hear somebody just tried to call me.
Oh,
So
hey,
what
that's good
inspired
business. Business is calling.
yeah. So what inspired you to get into the flooring business and what do you love most about helping homeowners and investors? As you know, we're not just realtors, we're also investors, and 25% of our clients are investors. What
Sure.
inspired you to get into the business and help people with their flooring needs?
When I first started, it was more of used to do a lot of sales and marketing most of my life, and I'd go to these networking groups, and I never met a flooring person. It was that simple. That was the first draw. Was like I never met another flooring guy. So I thought, okay, I can try this out. And when I started getting into it, just the variety and vision that people have for their spaces just floored me. It's like I never assume I know what they're looking for, and everybody's got a different idea, different viewpoint of what they want to achieve. And I found it was really exciting to help that dream come alive, especially in Chicago when you have all different kinds of flooring that you see,
Okay.
from asbestos floors to the torn up floors to the water soaked floors. It's quite a variety.
Okay. Hey, from your experience, what are the biggest mistakes homeowners and investors make when choosing floorings, and how can they avoid those mistakes?
I think the biggest thing that it's going too cheap, because there are very low end carpets that the builder's grade carpets that everybody feels and they knows. You step on them and they like sandpaper. I think everybody feels it and knows it. It feels cheap. It looks cheap. There are some great carpets that are a hair, just a hair more, but nothing that would break the bank. Most times you wouldn't even notice in a budget when you're redoing a house that really make the floor look good. They're going to last longer and be more durable because the last thing you want to do, especially even as an investor, you don't want to sell a house and 6 months later you're getting a call from a lawyer because the floor failed on you because it was done crappy. Because you picked up some guy on the street that just says, yeah, he can install floors, really didn't know what he was doing. And so cutting
Can,
those little corners up front could cost you a lot more on the back end.
can you share a recent project where the right flooring choice made a big impact? And what advice would you give to someone looking to upgrade their floors?
So, God, so many projects. Um, I think when I get that email and the text message back once the installers get done, and I just got one today. It was a young lady. She's actually renting. The landlord wasn't going to buy any floors, but she really just hated the carpet so much, and she went with a nice a nice laminate because she didn't want to put a lot of money into it, but it looks like an old wood floor, and she just she's just raving about it. Just she's like, I can feel like I could live here for a while because she was ready to move out 2 days after she moved in because the floors were so bad and the landlord didn't want to put them in. And she's glowing. She's just in the text messages and the phone calls she's sending me. It's really making a difference for where she's living. And I think that everybody that has that experience when I leave, it's I've even had two people. I tell them I'm a good luck charm when you're selling your house. I've had carpets where we quote the job out. I said we're going to have someone there in a couple of days. They have a showing that afternoon, and someone gives them an offer, says, "You know what? I'll take it as is." Hey, fantastic! That's always fun too. And I've had realtors call me up apologizing. Sorry, Mike, we can't do the job. We just sold the house, and I was like, "That's the greatest news ever." When you sell that house faster, you don't need to change the carpet, you don't need to change the flooring, and to me, I think it's a partnership, so I have a lot of fun with it.
So last question, on the investor side, we're always interested in our margins. Uh, so can you give me an example of where you've worked with an investor and they said, hey, this is our target number. Can you hit that number? You have challenges working with investors because or it's working with investors a piece of cake.
Yeah, well, I mean, the nice thing about the company, I work with Floor Covering International, and we have over 3,000 different products. So the vision is what's important. The budget is right there. You know, how do we make your vision happen for the budget you want it to do? And we'll do everything we can to try to squeeze that in there. And there are some things you can do that I think are a waste, like hard surface on stairs. If it's not hardwood, don't do it. Do a nice runner, do something. It's going to save you a ton of money, and you're going to get the same quality because any really LVP laminates on stairs, even if you're doing hardwood, you got to put a runner down. It's not worth the cost if you're going to go trade that up. Get a nice carpet on the stairs. Do the expensive stuff somewhere else in a living space, and make that your accent when you walk in. If you're going to spend a little extra money, but don't waste it on the stairs. Honestly, it's not worth it.
Somebody's going to get in contact with you. What's your email address and phone number?
I tried to make it as simple as possible. You can go to MikeTheFlooringGuy.com. Just remember the not the MikeTheFlooringGuy.com or Mike at MikeTheFlooringGuy.com. And my phone number is 224-864-8970. So we
Okay.
try to make it easy. If you can remember Mike the Flooring Guy, that's all you need to remember. You can find
All
me.
right. And for those of you who see this, my name is Eugene. I'm with the Smith Group. And Mike, the flooring guy, what's the phone number again?
224
Uh,
864 8970.
Okay. And so I'm Eugene with the Smith Group, brokered by Care Realty. If you want to get in contact with me, it's 312-627-9073. And we'll actually put a runner on the top so you don't have to remember what we said. All right. Thanks, Mike,
Love it.
for participating in this.
Thanks.